Hey, what's up? For those of you that don't know me, my name is James Bryan. I've been mates with Alaric for over 15 years. He's my best mate. Firstly, I'd like to apologise to the family and friends for not being able to be there today. The police are trying to go and recall me, so I guess they can just keep on calling. Today's Alaric's day though, so let's celebrate his life. And I've promised myself I'm going to go and keep this PG. There are certain things that I'm not going to talk about because I'll take them to my grave with me, like he's done himself. I really don't think I'd be reading at Alaric's funeral in this lifetime. I thought it was going to be the other way around. Instead of dwelling on any negatives though, I want you to all know who Alaric was to me. He was my best mate. He was my mentor. He was a leader, and he was just one amazing person. The day I properly met Alaric was at Red Beach, and we were all having a few drinks. I couldn't help to be envious about his rapping skills. I introduced myself. I told him that I was a DJ, and at home I have my decks all set up and a mic. I offered him to come around the next day and record when my mum and dad were at work. Unfortunately, I got drunk and ended up with a black eye. I'm not going to go and say who did it. You can probably guess, but yeah, snitches get stitches, right? The next day I jumped on Bebo and my offer still stood with Alaric. I said to him, bro, you're the best rapper I've heard. You've got to come over, man. You've got to go and write something. So within an hour, he went all the way from Tower Hill down to Red Beach to my family's house, and he brought a bottle of Jim Beam with him. I'm not even going to go and tell you how he got that bottle. We recorded some fire that day. My dad came home from work and he was like, wow, this guy has got talent. This guy has got a gift and he's going to go somewhere. From that day on, me and Alaric were inseparable. Every day we'd be hanging out, as you all probably know. We continued to argue, we continued to make music, we continued to fight, but would always be best mates the next day. The thing about being mates with Alaric was the perks. If I ever had trouble, any trouble, he would be there. He would be there in a flash, and he was always there. And we all know him that he was there to go and support, and he was going to be there to go and help you out in any situation. Alaric's favourite colour combination was black and white. Ironically, it was the name of the crew that we recorded our music on. And then again, most of our crew were black and white. A lot of people called him Larry. He liked to go by that name. I didn't call him that though. I always called him his real name, Alaric. He would always say, bro, you're one of the only people that know how to pronounce my name right. Some people called him Yogi Bear. This goes back to at school when he would borrow the wealthy kids' lunches. I didn't always see Alaric. A lot of the time we would be writing to each other as he would be often away on holiday. We wrote to each other at least once a week. I would help him out with sending CDs, mainly instrumentals, noodle money and cool money, and pictures of underdressed women. While we're on the subject about women, we all know Alaric had a way with the woman, man. He was charismatic, he was charming, he was generous, loving, and always kept fit. And I think you girls know what I'm about to say. I'm not gonna say it. Shh. Alaric was lucky enough to go and have a 7 while he was away on his little trips. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's a slang word for a cell phone. I was sending him top-ups and doing a lot of contact on his behalf. I was his eyes and his ears out here. When I went away for my first little overseas trip, all I had to do was mention Alaric's name to the locals, and then boom, I was kept safe from a distance. Thank you, bro. Whenever Alaric came back from his vacations, I'd be waiting right here for him. He would insist on having a barbecue to celebrate coming home. And one of my most cherished memories of my bro was how he was such an amazing uncle to my daughter Asia when he first met her. He would feed her, he would read to her, he would take her for walks, he would make her laugh. She absolutely loved him. He called her Nunu. A lot of the mothers and fathers out here today will know exactly how he looked after the kids. He may have not had any other children of his own, like the media is saying, but he stepped up to the plate with his partners and his friends, and he treated the kids like they were his own. And for that, Alaric, I'll always be grateful. It's incredibly sad how Alaric's life has ended. It's affected so many of us. And I only just spoke to you a couple of days, bro, when you video called me in the early hours of the morning. You gave me some real important advice. I missed 3 calls from you that next day. And I wish I could turn back time to go and get them, bro. I'm gonna miss you so much, bro. I love you, man. No matter what you've done in the past, I was always there for you, and I always was there to love you. You had such an amazing heart. You were such a good friend to many. Most importantly, you were my best mate. I know you were extremely generous and such a courageous leader. You would wake me up in the morning by throwing a pie and a Powerade at me and telling me to harden up and get in the studio. It was normally followed by a love tap if I was too hungover. But then we got in there and we created some fire. Shit, man, did we drink some Hennessy or what? My condolences go out to the family. You've always looked after me, and you would always be there when Larry was overseas, you know. And I thank you for letting me be on video call yesterday to welcome him home to the family's house. And yeah, that meant a massive thing to me. He's to be able to sit down and tell him that I love him and stuff was just amazing. Anyways, Alaric, it's safe to say, bro, you have your final steps to freedom, and I'll see you soon. FTP, FTS, BA dub. Pouring out looking for you, bro. Miss you, man.
Mr. Wong!
Mr. Wong? Who is Mr. Wong? I am Mr. Wing.
Mr. Wing?
You want to study at the PA Dub Shaolin Temple of Freestyle?
Fighting?
Yo, check this out. We don't fight no more, you know what I mean? We just spit lyrics on this mic. It's the PA Dub, we black and